Oh, hello everybody, how's it going? Welcome back into The Last Faith. Today's a day where I normally would not, according to my schedule, but we're doing a little bit of an exception here. So we can just go ahead and quickly finish the game because there's really not that much left, so I don't want to dedicate like a whole, normal stream to it. So we're just gonna quickly the end here. Also, congratulations on first once again, Shuri. I'm not quite sure why the bot isn't logging that, but I've been noticing that, so something has to be wrong there that I probably have to check over the weekend to see what's going on. This is a bit weird. Like, bot seems to be working fine with everything else. It's just with the first, he seems to be having a bit of a trouble. I'm not quite sure why that is. Actually, now that I also think about this. Has Wyman now moved? Let's quickly check out. Because I'm curious. I think he only moves once you have actually entered the ministry. But I might be wrong about that. Actually, I think the quickest way to check no, probably still here. I think to think of this item that we're using. I forgot what the name is. The teleportation thing that sent me back to a save point. Like, it really impacts the game. It's kind of one of those things where you don't really notice that you would have wanted it until you have it. I forget, is he here or is he in the other graveyard? I think he's in the other graveyard. Let me actually pull up chat here. Go. Yeah, we basically have 2 areas to go. Ministry and then the Temple of the Post Gods, and then a couple of bits and bobs along the way. Okay, yeah, he isn't here just yet. Hey Panda, how's it going? Pitipanna. What is that? Like I said, not much left. It's literally just 2 areas and a couple of random bits and bobs if you want to go ahead and get the true ending. So I would be surprised if it takes me 2 hours to get through this. I'm more like estimating. Like, depending on how quickly I make progress, between 1 to 1.5 hours maybe we'll be here and then the game is done. Have you tried the new weapons? Yes, I have, and I love them. Not all of them, but especially the gloves and the lance. So, what are they called? The Grasp of Anger and Leporidae Spirit are super good. Like, super good. I've used them a bunch during the stream yesterday. And they are great. Absolutely fantastic. I mean, then of course you have also the weapons that the 3 new characters are using. Like, the Pleasant New Armasa seems nice. The problem is that it is a Becca exclusive weapon, so while you will be able to use it while you're playing as Kalar, I kinda am not counting it because, Eric doesn't get access to it, so it's a little bit hard to recommend, I guess. And then I felt like the weapons of the other 2 DLC characters were basically just variations of weapons that Eric has. Specifically, the Ethereal Great Blade. The Great Blade or Great Sword? Great Blade, yeah. And the whip. So, it's not bad, don't get me wrong, but it didn't feel too harshly about any of those. So they're not bad, but like, at least for me, they are nothing like, I don't know, exceptional, outstanding or whatnot. Then again, I don't think I've actually tried their special attack. So I might just go ahead and do that. So, can you please come up, lady? Hello? 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 She's stuck down there. I can just go down to the feature, but I don't want to be in the soup. I do not want to be in the soup. Yeah, I also feel like the gloves are the fastest weapon in the game, for sure. Like, they attack really quickly. You get some good DPS going with them. I'm not quite sure if their DPS, however, is going to be the highest out of all the weapons, because, you know, just because a weapon is attacking fast, it doesn't mean it also deals a lot of damage. However, the gloves seem to be doing a pretty good job, but I guess I will have to do some testing with it if I get the chance. But the lance, Jesus Christ, the lance is kind of busted. Like, basically every time you have a target that is not moving very fast, it's like mostly static or just big, like that lance is just completely shredding that target apart, like Jesus Christ. Well, hey there, Razvan. How's it going? Good to see you. Hope I pronounced that correctly. Diced potatoes, onions, ham, very small dices. Then you see them in a butter together. Oh, okay, yeah, I think I know what you mean. I just didn't know the name, Panda. Yeah, no, I know that. What do we call that in German? I don't even think it has, like, proper name. Maybe, like a farmer's pan? Something like that? Probably. So this right here is technically the last save point that you unlock in the game. Also, I wonder what happens if I actually reach 10 million Necrocs. Like, will it roll over? Will it cap out? Because I don't think you're able to get more than that. I did not know they could jump that high. Okay, no. I'm just coming here to uncover the map. Oh my god. Really no reason to come here otherwise. I mean, it's like a fast point to get back to the other fast travel point here, but yeah. Wait, potatoes and noodles? Sounds overloaded. I feel like usually you have either or, not both. Huh. Potatoes and rice. Jeez, okay. Fair enough. Yeah, I feel like as a European, or as, I guess, a Westerner in general, you don't really combine potatoes and rice or noodles. You know, take like one of the three. So what I'm doing here is basically just opening up the way and grabbing the last blueprint so we can upgrade our weapons to the maximum, and then I will go back into the temple, finish stuff there, fight the optional bosses or the ones that we have left, and then we'll finish the game. Easy peasy. Ooh. It does sound good. Not gonna lie, I kinda miss a good curry. Like, Tally doesn't like it, so we're not really making it. Oops. Wrong way. Sometimes I feel that woman has a crusade against vegetables or something. But don't tell her that. Oh, it's nothing against the spices. I think she just doesn't like it in general. I generally do like my spices and my coconut. But to be fair, I had no idea if I could take like proper Indian spices. Probably not. I knew it. I absolutely knew it was gonna happen. I was about to roll and then it was just came out too late. That one gunner up there. He is the bane of our all existence. Like, whoever placed that guy there knew exactly what he was doing. It's also because you fight these other priests beforehand, none of them have a gunner with them on top of that tower. So you feel like you're safe, and then, you know, you get to the third one, and he's the last one, so of course he has something up his sleeve. Not he specifically, but just, you know, the gunner they place with him up there. And he just shoots you down. No, he gets fucked. I'm kind of a bit disappointed that the, you know, this is the last area of the game and it's just short. There's really not a lot going on here. Actually, let's quickly this right here. Boom, open the shortcut back to the save point. And now we have to go up again. Because like I said, we want to grab the last blueprint and upgrade our weapons to the maximum. Alright, this is... yeah, missed it. This jump is just... horrible to get. I wonder if it's easier if you transform. Maybe I should try that. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be a bit tight. Like the stay is not gonna be long. This is right. Okay, yeah, this is way easier to get. Way easier. When in doubt, just transform, baby. Alright. I'm at a max level. Like, what is it? 446? Yeah.
Well, I never thought I'd lay me.
Alright. Final upgrade. The axes were a bit disappointing, I'm not gonna lie. Were a bit disappointing. Yeah, okay. Weapons upgraded. Time for the temple. Yeah, we can just go here. Right, where does it start? I think it's over here. Really? Yeah, it's kind of funny that you are in this area at the very beginning of the game and then you come back basically at the end of it. And all of the enemies are like super high level in here. If there was a way to glitch through the doors or something. At the start you would just get absolutely murdered. My favorite is probably the Rift of Blood. Too bad it's bugged at the moment, so it's a bit awkward to use. But the, I keep forgetting its name. Devourer of the Betrayed is starting to be really good now. Now that they have lowered the dark resistance of a lot of enemies. And made it so that the residual damage can actually go through. Kinda nice to have. But I'm also really liking the DLC weapons. Like I said, especially the gloves and the lance. Yeah, oh yeah. Like this thing it just shreds through enemies. There's a big one in here. I'll wait until I get to a big one and you will see. Glorious. Big fan. Let's see what do that. Stop moving so much. Yeah, okay. I tried too hard to show off what I was talking about. And then I got myself in a bad spot. Don't do that. Okay, let's try this again. He just keeps moving, the bastard. I was supposed to stand in place and take my hits, god damn you. You're a big lumbering oaf. Hey, look at that health bar. Great. Love it. But yeah, it kind of depends on, you know, your enemy continuously standing in place to get maximum value out of it. Of course, it is not always the case. A lot of the enemies in the game move around. But if you can make it work, by God, does it pay dividends. This is where the Dark Comet Charm was. What did that do again? Right. That's useless as shit. I wonder if you get, like, you know, an increased charm on every New Game Plus cycle. Like, you know, on New Game Plus 2 you get Charm Plus 2 and so on. New Game Plus 3 you get Charm Plus 3, so on and so forth. Kinda interesting. Maybe I should. Because I think they also overhauled like all the spells and whatnot. Because I definitely have to do some testing if I want to pick up the speedrun for this again. So honestly, New Game Plus has me kinda itching. I should probably also do just one new game speedrun, because that's probably gonna be a bit faster now as well, because they have nerfed a lot of the bosses, like goddamn. Like I think especially Manfred, and I talked about this yesterday already, has been nerfed to the ground, I think. He is so easy now. Personally, I think they overdid it a bit, but hey. They have been getting a lot of flack for that fight specifically. So I don't fault them too much for making it easier for people. Hello. Like I said, I love the lance. Good weapon. That is the third crest. One remaining, and that is from the Lady in Ink. there. And the double jump doesn't work. There we go. Yeah, it's a bit weird. Sometimes the double jump doesn't work there. Don't really know why. This leads back here. And look at that, we're back at the start of the game. It now gives me the tutorial for how I heal. I think I've already done that a couple of times game. I think I know what to do, thank you. Okay, here's the last unborn. Should have all 20 now, right? Yes, 20 out of 20, there we go. Yeah, so we can turn all of them in. Make the lady happy, and yeah, this is the whole temple. Honestly, that was faster than I thought it would be. For some reason I thought the temple was bigger. Oh yeah, like he was a definitive step up from everything you had faced up until that point, for sure. Like he was not an easy enemy. Especially like his second phase when, you know, his nightmare version joins in the battle. Like, I think a lot of people were struggling with that. I just think they overdid it a little bit with the nerfing on him, personally. But hey, makes for an easier speedrun.
Once more.
There we go.
My babes are safe. And yet I feel something is amiss. There is space left in my stroller. Space which I will fill someday. I am certain.
Alright, the last family crest. Now we can go fight Nixaroth if we want to. Yes, we will. Alright, so should be able to fight Wyman now, right? Oh yeah, I think it actually shows you on the map now that he is indeed there. Not quite sure when he appeared, but I'm pretty sure it is sometimes once you enter the Juno's Ministry. I'm not sure if it's entering the Juno's Ministry or if it's getting the checkpoint there. That I am uncertain of. It's one of the two though. Oh wow, he is. Cool. Oh no, he is taking damage. Never mind, he just has a shit ton of health. Always the same mistake I'm making here. Yep. That was the wrong attack to dodge behind him. Yeah. Oop. Don't like when he's in the corner like that. That's better. Ugh. Back. Woo. They got me there again. Oh my god. Oh god, I'm in trouble. I'm in. Yep. That was the problem when he gets you in the corner like that. I kept fucking up his attacks. Like, it's when he does the single swipe, you want to roll through him, and if he does the combo, then you go backwards. Are you talking about... Ah, shit, what's his face? Aldrich? Is that what it's called? Okay, it doesn't show up anymore. The guy with the book. If so, I think so. Like, I haven't really tested it thoroughly, but I just did it in the, you know, normal required time. And it worked out fine. I don't think they've changed that. At least I haven't read anything about it. Oh no, he did that again. No, he normally mixes it up. Man, you are just a little bitch, aren't you? Again. I just keep falling for it. I just keep fucking falling for it. Actually, what if we use these? Yeah, he's a pretty good punching bag for weapon testing, isn't he? Now that I think about it. Because he has so much health. Yo, Kalar, how's it going? Good to see you. Sounds like when he's in the corner. Oh. Please come out of the corner, my dude. Ah. Problem with the lance. Oh my god, are you serious? The problem with lance is it locks you in place for too long. Yeah, no, I played the second half of that fight really, really badly. So that's on me. That is on me. Yeah, he is really tough. Like, they've definitely increased his health a lot on New Game Plus, it seems like. But I think the gloves were kind of okay. Like, I wasn't really a fan of the Rara of the Betrayed, probably because like a lot of it is dark damage, and he seems to be somewhat resistant to it. Maybe I should try Rift of Blood again, see how that fares against him. We have to keep in mind that the weapon is still bugged at the moment, so can be a little bit problematic, but let's see how the damage stacks up. Yeah, damage is not really there with this one either. Yeah, I haven't really upgraded the other ones. Yeah. That was on me, I was stuck in the weapon. Like, the key to him is positioning. Kind of want to keep him in the middle. You don't want him to be at the edges of the screen. So if I'm using the gloves, I should probably change this to this one. Also good to know that you can just jump over the second part of that attack. That makes it way easier to deal with this, actually. Ah, come on. That hitbox was still active? Bullshit. I mean, he is an easy fight because he literally just has 3 attacks. It's just a very long fight. There we go. Whew. He's gotten tough. Like, Jesus. Yeah, the charm's definitely helping out. Yeah, I don't know. I keep forgetting about the spells and whatnot. I just, you know, grab a weapon and hit things until they die. Like, I have a very in-your-face playstyle, for better or worse. I think in this case it was a bit worse. Yeah, I know I want to use the stigmas and the spells, but I'm just, I don't know, you know, once I'm kind of like locked in the middle of things, I just, I don't know. I played most of the game without using the weapon skills, so I kind of just forget about them. I'm just hitting things, you know, punching them until they die. Very straightforward. It's a very brawler-centric playstyle. I recognize that, but I also don't feel like they're necessarily worth it. Like, they can deal damage, don't get me wrong, but I always felt like they don't deal more damage than what you're dealing with normal attacks at the same time anyway. Because most of them have like really long animations, and you know, during those animations you're not doing anything, you're not dealing damage. And it makes it kind of hard to properly time them into the attacks that your enemies do. Like, I hope any of that makes sense. Actually, did we do the nightmare first and then Nixaroth? Yeah, I guess so. Maybe for the next one I actually remember. I mean, yeah, generally if enemies use an element, they are at least resistant to it to a degree. Also, I think there's one item that we haven't picked up here that we should want to grab first, yeah. But at least with dark damage, they made it so that no enemy in the game like is completely immune to it. At most, they have a high resistance to it. So that the residual damage that you deal with dark elements still comes through on all the enemies? I think is how I understood the patch notes. So that just makes dark damage a lot better than it might have been in the beginning of the game. Really? Huh, interesting. To me, like, it never felt like they were, but maybe they've changed that. But it might also just be like the speedrun brain rot, because when you're doing the speedrun, you basically have no mana. Because during the speedrun, we use a lot of the ethereal blade. And you have so little mana for its special attack, you are able to use it, I think, once. Maybe twice, and then you're just out. And because that weapon skill is like very unwieldy, it just kind of turned me off of using the special attacks altogether, I think. There's a ledge there. Do I want to fight this with... You know what? Let's try this. Let's see if the Hydra is generally in range of the spear. The other hand. Ah, come on, man. Work with me here. They're not letting me do the funny. There we go. Yeah. Ah, it actually hits them. Okay, now we're talking. Oh my god. Okay, now we're talking. I love this weapon so much. But like I said, this thing just absolutely shreds everything that is static in any way. Guess what? The Hydra is kind of static for most of the fight. Yeah, that was just a complete Hydra shredder. Weapons outperform most other weapons. Really? Interesting. Yeah, see, that was like the fun thing. Like, when I first played the game, I went against all my instincts and did not go with a strength build. I went with the dexterity build. And I used the whip, the Nighttime's route, for a very long time. Until I eventually just upgraded to... Yeah, I think the Rift of Blood was actually the next weapon that I used. And then I just stuck with it. Those are like two weapons I used. I don't think I've ever really used the Spinal Chain Blade because it just didn't have the stats for it. And although I thought the Reaper was a bit disappointing. And I really only used the Great Blade the speedrunning purposes because it's like the most powerful weapon that you get during the speedrun setting because you're really not picking up anything. Like all the weapons are just way out of the way for anything. And I just don't like the range of the Blunder Blade and the Fire Striker. It's too short. The like of Boil Blade in a speedrun, completely out of the question. Holy Winged Axe is kind of nice, it just camps too late. I don't even remember where to get the Mace Whip. I think it's an Ask Manor. And then, yeah. And the Vow of the Betrayed and the Rift of Blood is also like way out of the way for a speedrun, so you just don't pick those up. Anyways, guys, thank you for stopping by. Have a good Friday and then weekend. Hell yeah. The lunge of which weapon? Of the Great Blade? Yeah, like, it's like really hard to use. The funny thing is, in early iterations of the game, like if you play the game unpatched, hold on, I can show you. Like, the reason the Ethereal Greatblade is just so good is because, you know, it's a very damaging weapon in the speedrun. Really hard to build for because you only need one stat. Then you can put everything else into agility. And the reason the special attack for the Greatblade is so great, in early versions of the game, you could use its special to bridge this gap. So as soon as you came into Ask Mansion here, you didn't have to do any of the mirror bullshit. You just came in, walked right through here, used the special to go over the gap, go down, grab the boots and the soul proc, you know, the hard thing, and you were done. You could leave. It saved like 15 minutes. But I think the developers wisened up to that, and then they made the gap just a little bit bigger so you can't do that anymore. It was very funny when we discovered that. Yeah, well, it is not like a good attack skill in that sense. It is a very fun traversal skill. Because, you know, if you use the blade, where it is there. Nope. Like, yeah, that jump was just enough to tide you over that gap. Actually, I'm curious. Is that still the case? Ugh. Like, you had to be very at the edge. There was very little wiggle room to do it. So again, I don't think we can still make it or make it again. I just want to see like how close it actually is. Because if it still does work or work again for whatever reason, that'd be kinda busted. Yeah, see. You're just missing a hair now, and because you can't grab onto a ledge while you're in the weapon skill, you can't get over it anymore. But yeah, you could very easily make that jump and just completely skip the whole area. I just want to give it one more go. I'm kind of locked into this now. Try it again. I do want to try it with the lance though, because I've noticed that the lance also has like a lot of height and forward momentum. I don't think it will work, but it would be interesting for that, because then you could use that in New Game Plus speed. And again, the ceiling is very low. Yeah, I know. Okay. Never mind. Never mind. It does not work. I don't think any of the other weapons had any fun movement abilities, or do they? Actually, I don't think I've tried these out. Okay. That's also not far enough. And that's also the thing, like the Moon Cleaver is just all around not a very great weapon. Like even the weapon skill, it's so slow, it covers any ground, it's very likely you just jump over an enemy if it's close to you, it's like... Not a big fan. Anyway, is there anything left that we have to do? Because I'm sure we did everything now? I know, apart from Ladakh and... Oh no, Nixarov. Right. Nixarov. Nearly forgot about the big boy. Oh? Oh. Do you have to do anything before you can? Oh, do we have the bug? Because the door already shows us open. Oh no, there we go. Interesting. Like, that was a very interesting spot from which you had to use the crest to get through this. Alright, as long as it works. Yo, Rames! How's it going, my dude? This is technically supposed to be the hardest fight in the game, I feel. Actually. You are a big, slow guy. Aren't you? Oh. Really? Ah, that kills you. That's bullshit. Oh no! What's wrong? Oh, what's going on? Is the drill blood damage? I also feel like this doesn't really do anything for the drill once it's spinning, because I don't think I've ever seen it crit when it did that. Starting with the worst attack, great. Oh yeah, it does blood damage does seem to affect it, so... I know what I also should equip is... actually... that, and then do that, and then do this! Ooh. That's... I think I want to try the gloves instead. I think the gloves are actually better because they can crit. You don't have to rev up their attacks, you just, you know, right in there. Okay, interesting. What about this though? Is this still worth anything? no, what? Was I that low in health? I can't have been that low in health, can I? That is bullshit. Also, yes, the speed stigma. Oh my god, I keep forgetting about it. He knew, man, he knew. But I keep forgetting that he's actually taking more damage at his head. Should take advantage of that. Let's keep hitting his arms. Oops, wrong button. Oh my god, why am I so low in health? These guys deal a lot of damage, Jesus. Right, he does 30 of them now, okay. No, wrong button. Really? That still hit me? Bats. Heal. No. To heal. Oh god. Oh, that's great. Oh god. Alright, stabilize, stabilize. No way that hit me. Doing this bullshit again, are we? What the fuck? What is that? Why are these guys just randomly exploding? Bullshit. What was those random explosions? What? Ah, that is great. Ah. Yeah, that was a long ass fight. Is there any magic that would be good against this guy? I could try this one. Because I'm really not using my mana a lot. So this just can add a little bit of damage. How much does that do to him? Oh, this is 100 per tick. Look at me actually using shit in this game. Oh. If only you're mad, I would passively regenerate. Passively regenerate or something. Ah, shit. Yep. And I cornered myself there. What? Thank you for the rage. How's it going, everybody? What are we up to? Sorry, currently in one of the optional boss fights. It's basically the hardest fight in the game, so locked in here for a moment. But thank you for the rage. Much appreciated. How you doing? Actually, I can probably use this to do this real quick. Oh god, they're right, he does it 3 times now. I thought I was safe, I was not. Ugh. Oh no. Oh god. Oh. I just had to use the item while I was right away. He would slam down his arms. Oh, that was very unfortunate. Stop me with the tentacles, man. Ooh. Oh my god. Oh my god. That was so bad. I think that just kind of sealed my fate right there. Like, not dodging those meteors and having to use the healing items because of it, that's not great. It's leaving me in really bad shape now. Really good at protecting his face right now with all the bullshit he's throwing at me. No! Everything is fine. Okay, let's... Oh, it's the corpses of the purple enemies that just explode very delayed. I see how it is. Also, I love that they can just spawn on you. And just coming in contact with them deals a shit ton of damage to you. Control the space here. Which isn't really easy with a weapon with this range. Oh god. And by this range, I mean no range. Goddamn. Me out of this phase, please. Thank you. If all of you could just fuck off, that'd be great. Jesus fucking Christ. Alright, hi Sen, how's it going? Oh, some wacky rivals matches, nice. I saw you play Deadpool, not today, but like in one of your previous streams. I hope he's good. Apparently he combines all three character archetypes into one or something? Ah, right, you're going to dinner. Never mind. I'm not gonna ask you later. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, I mean, that's like the thing, right? Like, the gloves are really, really good. Like, it's like really, you know, button mashy. But, they just work. It's like, you know, compare that to the lance, right? It's like, this attack is great. But it has like, you know, it's kind of like a chainsaw that you kind of have to rev up before, you know, it goes into action. And in that time, like the enemy could have left the range. You could have been pushed around. You could have just been interrupted. And you don't get to that point where you can just do, you know, the funny bit. Whereas with the gloves, doesn't care. Just punch. And just keep punching, punching. Great. But yeah, like, this fight was tough. Like, it also just went on forever, it felt like. But yeah, like, A good fight though. Like I kind of liked it, but I think he could probably, you know, could stand to have his health cut by, I don't know, 25% or so. Like keep the intensity of the fight, but you know, make it go by a little bit quicker. Like again, I like the challenge, but I think it was just long, right? Like he doesn't have that many different attacks as well. So after a while, it's just the same thing over and over again. Yeah, I think that's it now, right? Like we did all the bosses and whatnot, so I can just go and finish the game, right? Right? I'm not forgetting anything, am I? I don't think I am. Am I forgetting anything? I think we've done everything. Yeah, he was a tanky bastard. But the thing is, though, I'm not sure if the gloves or the lance will be good against Lodok. Because the problem with Lodok is, like, he's in the air a whole bunch. So you kinda need something for air combat. And with reach. Well, then again, I mean, the lance has reach. So it could actually work. Like, the reasoning simply being, like, I'm trying to, you know, decide on a weapon loadout for New Game Plus speedruns. And I'd rather just set 2 weapons and use them all throughout the game without having to change. Might not be optimal, but it's easier than having to remember to switch weapons and whatnot. Because I don't think the elemental resistance of the enemies makes that much of a difference that you would actually have to change elements and whatnot, I think.
My attempt to face the treacherous Ladakh was in vain. It was my only opportunity to correct what has been done. What you... In order to vanquish Ladakh, we...
Right. This is the point of no return. Nice that they actually tell you about this. You know what? Before we do this, let me quickly go to the bathroom, take a very quick break, and then we just finish the game. So I will see you guys after a song or two. Alright, we're back everybody. Hope you had a good break. I know it was a short one, but close to the end, so let's just get this show on the road. Let's just see what we can do with the weapons that we have before we try anything fancy here.
Your fortunes are at an end, Nightdawn. My rage, I am the...
I am also a bit of an idiot because I forgot to turn in some of the livers. I still have some left over. Yep. Dang it! 2 left over. Shit. I guess it doesn't matter. Let's just roll with it. Oh god, he's tanky. Oh, actually, not as tanky as I thought it was. First try is kinda easy.
Bear witness, Nightdawn. Your time.
Second phase though. Actually, you don't have to attack him jumping, you can just attack him from the ground as well, still. Never mind, glove's good. Just can't shred him, honestly. actually dropped healing, that's kinda nice. Yeah, he was pathetically easy compared to Nexaroth. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. The Polcree, that is what they're called. Right, what was the place that you are back to now? Shortest one. Was it Ruined Outpost? It might have been Ruined Outpost. Stuck up. Might as well, why not? Oh my god, what were you doing? The thing that I want, don't need to level. Don't think so. Alright. I forgot to activate the thing. Oh, critically important that we activate the thing. Alright, let's punch a couple of women to death. They're witches? Demonic?
Annabella,
Courage,
I do not.
come, Ladok,
Ladek,
you are but no for your more upon the we have take.
Refuse the threat.
We set your destiny. But you
Yeah. You know what? Fair. After a comment like that?
You would be nothing without us.
Ah, come on.
What little nerve you have left.
Hate this attack.
Your attempts to weaken us are feeble. Not
Okay, you can't just dodge roll through this. Good to know. I have to learn how to properly dodge this, don't I?
your death will not be grace, but failure.
Oh, not this attack. I hate this attack. Right, they combine their attacks now. Right. Straight again. Huh? I keep forgetting about this part. Not quite sure how to probably dodge this one. You just have to jump over Katarina? That's great. And now that I'm starting to like this attack. I keep forgetting about the second part though. I guess you just have to time my jumps better.
You should have stayed away, Eric. Forsaken what wasn't yours to bear. Yes. The knowledge you have amassed has been unbearable to resist. The prize, an illuminating one. A prize which I must now relinquish from you.
Alright, let's see how bad she is.
Mind and body to rest. For eternity.
End up starting with this bullshit.
Embrace your destiny. For it is written.
Now this is where this weapon is like really bad because you, well, don't have any range.
You shall know.
Stupid.
Is mercy.
that spirals out so wide. Alright, the double at the end there. Bam! Alright, that wasn't so bad. Yeah, like, Wyman and Nixarov are so much harder than all the others. Simply because their fights are so freaking long.
The cosmos calls. The lines between celestial and mortal have collapsed, and with them, the deceptions of the divine. The last faith reaches its end.
She said the thing! He said the thing! That's the end. Now we could do it again! A new game plus 2. Like, I am really starting to really enjoy the game again. Not that it was ever bad, but, you know, it kind of fell a bit by the wayside because I had other stuff to do, but I think I really want to give that New Game Plus speedrun a try or two. Just for a little bit. I think it would be fun. Now it's just this. I will not do that just yet because I want to see, is 119% the maximum? Or is it just because I'm like missing, I don't know, something somewhere a little bit? Maybe up here or so. Could have uncovered a little bit more of the map. I mean, we haven't been to the dungeon at all, but I don't think that should count. Huh. Anyhow. That do be it. That do be it. Okay, I'm liking it. Yeah. Really all that is, we finished the game. What more can you want? Coolio. Yeah. All I want to do, I'm not gonna do a run now. I think I have to set things up properly. If you want to do New Game Plus. Look a little bit more into things and stuff like, but yeah, I think like the gauntlets really feel like the way to go. They are so good. Kinda eclipsing all the other weapon types, I feel. So let's go ahead and test that a bit more. I think I also like really maybe should set up a save near one of the bosses and just use them a bit of as a punching bag, just to properly test DPS and whatnot. Could be good. That do be all from me today. Like I said, it's not a day that I usually stream on, so I'm sorry for those who came in and it was a bit short. But you know, I don't want to make this like a proper streaming day or anything. I have it here every now and again if I need to finish something. It's just, you know, there really wasn't that much game left, so I just wanted to go ahead and have that finished. Yeah, guess I'll be back on Sunday, let's say. I'll go back to the usual streaming schedule. And yeah, let's try and get in a speedrun for this on Sunday, shall we? The New Game Plus. Maybe even the boss rush, honestly. You know, try out the new categories that we publish on the leaderboards. You can get something going there. Or even the Tower of Despair. Could be fun. Yeah. But yeah, let's have a look around. Who is doing things on Twitch? Would be nice to raid into. Yeah, there's another Metroidvania that I kind of have lined up, not necessarily for speedrunning, but that, you know, just want to play casually. A bit of a spoiler alert, I've played on the channel before. Just didn't play it completely all the way through. I have played it for a little bit. And then there's, of course, you know, also still Monster Hunter Stories that we need to finish. Still haven't finished that one. We were very close to the end there as well, but you know, have to go ahead and bring it across the finish line, if you will. Leftovers from last year. Okay. Who is doing things though? And what are they doing? Alright, I think I am going to... send you over to Doc. She is doing Play Obscure speedrun, 100% story glitchless, including the new update that I still haven't played. That's fun. I really have to get around to do that at some point. But yeah. Not today. Not today. Sometime else. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, everybody. Much appreciated, even though this was, you know, not a regular scheduled day. Thank you for showing up. Thank you, Justin, for the raid. I hope you guys have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. Say hi to Doc for me. And I hope to see you on Sunday for, yeah, probably more of The Last Faith. Until then, everybody. Bye-bye.